if you want to change your life, you have to change yourself because your personality creates your personal reality. But how do you go about actually becoming someone new when you've been the same old version of yourself for years, even decades in some case, like I was? Hi, I'm Sarita and I help you heal yourself so you can rise into version 2.0, stronger, lighter, more aligned, and ready to manifest a life that truly reflects who you are on the inside. Now, I want to take just 30 seconds of your time. If you're new here, click to like and subscribe so you get notified when I post more videos like this one. My mission is to reach 1 million people and help them heal their past, awaken themselves today, and live a better tomorrow. Because I know if you work on yourself, your life too can totally change. In this video, what I'm going to do is deep dive into Dr. Joe Dispenza's groundbreaking book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And I'll be sharing not just the key teachings, but the exact lessons that help me shift from feeling stuck to truly stepping into a new identity. So, here's a lesson that changed my life. According to Dr. Joe, 90% of your thoughts today are the same as your thoughts yesterday and the day before and the day before that. And those thoughts trigger the same emotions, which drive the same behaviors, which creates the same experiences. And guess what? Your experiences then reinforce those original thoughts. It's a loop, a cycle, a familiar identity that feels like you, but really it's just a practiced version of you. So the lesson here is if you want to change your life, you have to become unfamiliar with the old self. You have to become aware of those repetitive thoughts like, I'm not good enough, things never work out for me, I don't have what it takes. And some of these things is what I said to myself for years and years on end. And we make a conscious decision to stop thinking them because a new life begins with a new thought. And now let's go to point 2. This is where things get a little bit deep. So Dr. Joe teaches that the body becomes the mind. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you've spent years feeling anxious, feeling angry, feeling unworthy, your body has memorized those emotional states. So even when you decide to change, your body says, wait, this doesn't feel like me. And then you meditate, you affirm, you try to feel positive, but you're feeling a resistance. And that resistance is your body wanting to stay in the known, even if that known is suffering. Your body is addicted to emotions from the past. So when you want to transform, you have to recondition the body to a new mind. That's why just thinking positively isn't enough. You have to feel differently. You have to train your body to feel joy, feel calm, feel love, even when nothing external has changed. And that's how you break the habit of being yourself. And then there's another powerful insight. We often think our environment controls our emotions. My boss stressed me out. This house makes me depressed. My bank account is making me anxious. But Dr. Joe flips that. He teaches your inner world creates your outer reality. Let me repeat that. Your inner world creates your outer reality. So if you keep reacting to the same triggers in the same way, you'll keep recreating that same life. This was a wake-up call for me. I had to stop becoming the victim of the environment that I was living in. And I had to start living as if a new reality has already happened. And you start responding from your vision, not your history. And believe me, this is quite a hard task to do because you're seeing the same external circumstances and yet you're trying to change. But when you hold the frequency of the life you desire, the environment must eventually reflect that shift. Now, let's talk about time. Most of us live from past memories and future fears. We wake up and we immediately remember who we are, our problems, our to do lists, our limitations. But then Dr. Joe says, as long as you're thinking from the past, you're creating a future that looks just like it. When I read that, I felt exposed, but also empowered because it meant I could choose to stop rehearsing my pain. The only way to change your future is to stop emotionally living in the past. And that means forgive what needs to be forgiven, let go of what keeps you small, and stop identifying with your old story. Because every time you remember a painful memory and feel the same emotion, you're wiring it deeper into your brain and your body. But every time you choose a new thought and new emotion, you're wiring a new future. Dr. Joe teaches that meditation is a space where you disconnect from the known, your body, your identity, your schedule, your environment, and tap into pure possibility. When you close your eyes and sit in stillness, you meditate. When you stop being a daughter, a wife, an employee, a business owner, a healer, and just become what we call awareness. You enter what Dr. Joe says the quantum field. And in that field, he says you're no longer creating from memory, but from possibility. And this was a big shift because I realized the version of me I wanted to become already existed. I just had to meet her in that still, sacred space. And I had to realize the unknown isn't something to fear. It's where all the miracles are born. So let me give you a practical way to integrate everything. Start each morning in stillness. So about 10 minutes. If you can't do 10 minutes, do 5 minutes of meditation. Focus on your breath. And this can disconnect you from your automatic habitual self. Visualize the future you. Close your eyes and ask, how do I feel? What do I believe? How do I speak? How do I move? What do I wear? Feel those emotions now. Your brain and body don't know the difference between vividly imagined experience and the real one. And then throughout the day, catch the old self. When doubt or anxiety creeps in, say, that's the old me. I don't live there anymore. Or you can simply say, cancel, cancel. Before bed, rehearse your new identity. Let it be the last thing you remember before you go to sleep. And did you know the more you repeat this, the more you become it? And now let me end with one of the most beautiful truths from this book. You are not hardwired to be a certain way for the rest of your life. You are not your pain. You are not your trauma. And you are not your past mistakes. You are what we call consciousness. And consciousness can be programmed, elevated, and expanded. Your personality isn't fixed, it's practiced. So if you've been practicing fear, guilt, shame, or any sort of limitation and lack, it's time to practice joy, abundance, confidence, love, peace. And you don't have to be a victim of your biology, your conditioning, or even your environment. Because remember, you are a creator. And the moment you decide to stop being who you've been all these years, the universe rushes to meet the new you. So, are you ready to stop creating your future from your past? Are you ready to break the habit of being yourself and becoming the version of you that your soul has always known? If this video has resonated, give it a like, subscribe, and comment. I choose my future self. And if you want help with healing, reprogramming your subconscious, and manifesting from your highest frequency, then check out the free meditation in the links below. And also join my WhatsApp community where you'll have access to new masterclasses and workshops. You are powerful, you are limitless, and the new you is already waiting. So until next time, much love and namaste. Thank you.